Hello everyone, this is Tom from Dirk Witte Music Store in Utrecht, the Netherlands, and today we are taking a look at yet another incredibly old guitar. This is a Kalamazoo KG-21 Archtop acoustic guitar from the 1930s. Super variable instrument, and in case you didn't know, Kalamazoo, they're basically Gibson, but they are not labeled as such. They are labeled as Kalamazoo. But these were made by Gibson in the Gibson factory in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And this is basically a Gibson L30 that was also being made at that time, but it lacks the name on the headstock. Pretty much. So incredibly cool to have in the shop, actually also in a really cool shape. It has had some repairs done to it, but it is playing and sounding just beautiful. So let's dive into the specs. So this is an Archtop acoustic guitar. So we can definitely tell, so it is also quite a deep body, but it is kind of like a smaller style, because a lot of like the style of guitars, what most people, or at least me, what I then tend to think is like very large body, like think Gibson L5, Gibson Super 400, but they also came in these rather smaller size. It's kind of like think 00 size or something like that. Not yet a parlor guitar, but also, yeah, quite small. But very nice feeling for that size, like also very nice to be like playing on the couch or like that. But we have got a spruce top, which is probably solid, but it is pressed. So this is a solid pressed spruce top. And also probably Adirondack spruce, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And then we've got Honduran mahogany back and sides, also there with an arch on the back. Looking also very nice, obviously also done in a very cool looking burst color / finish there on the top, and then the back and sides are stained in this darker color. Not 100% sure if the back and sides are solid or not, quite hard to tell, but I can definitely tell you that it does sound very good. You've got some single ply binding around the top as well as on the back, and then we've got the sound holes obviously, and we've got a floating bridge which is made out of rosewood, and it appears to be original, but not 100% sure on that, but it definitely looks very old. We've got a trapeze tailpiece, also there appears to be original. And then we've got a faux tortoiseshell pickguard, which is actually in a really nice shape. Could be a replaced pickguard because it is in a really nice shape, but also not 100% sure on that. We have had some repairs done to this, so we definitely did have a crack at some point over here on this side of the body, but again has been repaired. Also then over here what appears to be a repaired crack, but they are repaired, so it is just in just totally intact and just playing really nicely, so no worries there. Obviously got a lot of very cool patina going on. It got some like marks, like playing marks over here where somebody was like playing with a pick and then like damaging the top, if you will, resulting in all of this very cool mojo over there. Again, also there in that very cool burst finish with all of that beautiful finish checking all over. I mean, this guitar is almost 100 years old, so obviously it is not as new, but in a very nice shape again. Got a mahogany neck with a V-neck, like this is a V-neck. It is not super sharp, but it is, well, it is actually quite sharp. This is a sharp V-neck. You can also there hopefully see that there in the light, that you can just see that point, like that V shape over there. So yeah, this is definitely one of those very old style V-neck profiles. Also then quite beefy. So if you like big V-shaped necks, then this is a very nice neck for you to consider. But it is quite peculiar, like it is a very unusual shape and profile. So you either love it or hate it. I personally think that it actually feels quite nice. I also kind of like prefer a little bit larger necks, and the V profile is definitely unique. Does take some getting used to, but it plays very, very nice. And then we've got a rosewood fingerboard, which is more than likely Brazilian rosewood, because that is what they used back in those days. So that is incredibly cool to see, with some mother of pearl dot inlays. The frets are definitely worn. You do got some quite severe diffiding going on, especially there on the first few frets. So definitely do keep that in mind if you would like to own this really cool guitar. But hopefully you can see that over there on the first few frets, that you've got some diffiding going on multiple frets. So this has definitely been played a lot. But the higher frets are actually in a very nice shape. Like those show very little wear, or well, like compared to the first few frets. But yeah, the frets could definitely use some work or like a refret. I can definitely recommend that. We've got what appears to be the original bone nut, and then obviously there your Kalamazoo logo decal over there on the headstock, and then on the back you've got these very cool looking vintage tuners, 3 in a row, and then also a made in USA stamp over there on the back. And also the back of the neck is also looking quite vibey. Obviously also then got some wear. You got like a ding over here in the around the 2nd fret, but no breaks, cracks or repairs, so that is very cool to see. And then the last thing to mention, it also comes with a case with like a soft shell, kind of like a cardboard case, so not the greatest for like protection, but it appears to be at least very, very old. Not 100% sure if it is original, but it is very cool to have because it definitely does match the vibe of this very cool 1930s Kalamazoo Archtop acoustic guitar. So very cool to have in the shop. Plays and sounds actually really, really cool. Definitely a very unique and a very old-timey sound. Very, very bluesy. And yeah, a very, very cool model at that. So let's see what it sounds like. But first, if you're interested in this Kalamazoo KG-21 Archtop acoustic guitar made by Gibson, be sure to head over to the links in the description for further details. If you enjoyed this demo, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of cool gear like this. Cool electric guitars, cool acoustic guitars, bass guitars even, all of that really cool stuff. Also be sure to like us and follow us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook. Links are also in the description. With all that being said, let's hear what this 1930s Kalamazoo KG-21 Archtop acoustic guitar sounds like. I'm going to be playing some chords and then also some fingerstyle playing, like some bluesy stuff, so that you can get a good impression of what this almost 100 years old Kalamazoo made by Gibson KG-21 acoustic Archtop guitar sounds like. So let's get to that part and hear what it sounds like.